one of the ways to define form and structure in a head is to make sure you have this beautiful corner where the face meets the side of the face, the front of the face meets the front plane and side plane where they meet. That's a nice corner. So here on this model here, you have a beautiful highlight. So highlight is a great way to define that corner, especially if you're using tone paper, or if you have, if you're using normal white paper, you can have a nice tone laid down, and that'll give you some tone to erase. So what I'm going to use is a white colored pencil, Prismacolor white pencil. And I'm just going to follow. The highlight is not exactly at the corner, but it's close enough, and it does lighten the area that I need, which is the smaller transitional planes, secondary planes, that will help it to turn. So it's also inside the eye socket. You got to be careful. Under the top plane of the lower lid, a little bit in the occlusion shadow underneath the eye skin there, the lower eyelid. It's clearly on his nose. And this shape, so the shape of this highlight will draw the shape of his nose. So I got to be careful. So the cool thing about this is you can add white and it quickly creates a corner. The thing you want to be cautious of is that the white pencil is sort of like a nuclear weapon. If you use too much, it'll just kind of, it's very strong. If you use too much, it can ruin your drawing quickly. So you want to be very disciplined and careful and slow with it, because the temptation is, to use a lot of it because it looks cool. And, it's kind of fun. Maybe part of you thinks, oh, well, it looks so bright, Chris, so therefore I should use the white pencil. Like, for example, his cheek, right? The temptation is to use a lot of white pencil here for that top plane and the corner, but it's not there value-wise in this particular lighting scene. So I'm going to avoid that. But that's really it. That's about it. So now we have a nice modeled corner. It's bright where it needs to be bright. It draws where it needs to draw. And then for this particular corner, I'm not going to use the white of the pencil. What I will use is more of the pencil, right, to add tone here to help model that corner. But this corner is great. So you can see now it clearly has that beautiful box effect, front, side, and that beautiful corner. Did a lot of the work for us. Same with the nose. Look at the nose now. The nose really jumps out at you because of that beautiful corner. And, that's made possible by using very disciplined use of the white. Hi, this is Chris Legaspi. If you like this video, head on over to my website and download my free shading handouts and study guides so you can follow along and practice and improve your shading, portrait drawing, figure drawing, and a whole lot more. So go to www.drawwithchris.com.